This is a hopefully quick little tutorial on how to build a Triarama. My students are going to do this for the Three Little Pigs story. So you take four pieces of construction paper, you fold it just like this so that there's this piece on the end that you cut off, and that, once that's cut right there, makes a perfect square. Yay! So if we got four of these perfect squares, then the next step would be to fold them in the opposite direction. So it's already folded one direction, so just get them to fold it the other direction. So you've got all those fold lines to work with. It'll just make it easier. Yay, all done. So now we've got four of these. Sorry about the one-handed video camera, it's hard, but you cut it one cut just to the center on each of the four pieces, okay? So you got four copies of this, just that, just one cut, four times, four separate papers. I put an X on all of the students' four copies, just so they knew, they didn't get confused. And then you glue that little triangle with the X. You just glue it. Cover it with glue. I guess you could use white glue as well. I just find that the glue stick dries a little bit quicker. And the next thing you do is you fold that piece underneath its neighbor leg, whatever you call that. Yeah, you just bring this piece that I'm holding, the unglued part, just bring it to the edge of the glued part, and then just sort of rock it down. It'll just sort of roll, and that will glue it nice and snug. And again, you do this 4 times. I use the corner. I was showing the kids, you can use a whiteboard or the corner of the table just to put the paper on for when you're gluing, because it's kind of tricky. But then you glue 2 together. I was advising the kids to glue 2 of the 3 sides because it just makes it easier when you glue the next one to it. You just make sure you get your hands into the creases, into those corners, and it'll hold fine. It'll look kind of dodgy and wobbly at first, but that's okay. You just add them all together, and eventually you're going to have a Triarama like that. And then, oh, here's my last one. Glue, and glue, and go hang out with your friends. Just push it in there. It'll line up. Mine would be glued a little bit faster if I had 2 hands to work with, but I don't, so bear with me. There we go. Looks great. Now it's time to decorate. Alright, same idea, same concept. Cut it, fold it. Now, this is going to make all of the 4 ground covers. Boom! Look at my special effects. I've cut it into 4. So fancy. Then you take one of these and glue it onto the ground, because that is your grass or whatever. You could pick blue for the sky for the 4 pieces. And this is kind of what it goes like. There's the beginning, and then you can have the pictures, or they can draw them. They can write and glue it to that frame. There's the middle. So what they're doing is they're explaining what happens in the story in the beginning, and then in the middle, you know, the stick house got blown down, and then finally at the end. And one more after that is their favorite part of the story, and that's always a fun one too. My favorite part. And then have them decorate it however they want. This one, the wolf is falling down the chimney, and the pigs are celebrating. I hope you like.